Wild card weekend's here, and it's starting off with the Houston Texans. Who else? The Los Angeles Chargers in town for the opener, the wild card weekend, and hopefully the opener to the Texans' playoff run. They got to get past this tough Chargers team to go on a playoff run, but you wait 18 regular season weeks to hope your team's in the dance. The Texans are there after winning the AFC South. They're hosting the Chargers. Man, it's great. Big-time football headed our way today. You don't want to miss out on it. You don't want to miss out on the fantastic stuff from my friends at BetUS who are powering Who Better Ball. Non-stars. They got to have big games if their team want to pull out a victory on this one. 2 Chargers, 2 Texans. Let's start over on the defensive side for the Texans. Kamari Lasser's got to be excellent at the cornerback spot for the Texans. If they have him inside to defend his former teammate at Georgia, Ladd McConkey, that's a tough draw for Kamari Lasser. He's up for the challenge. Lasser's been one of the best rookie cornerbacks in all of football this year, but McConkey's been one of the best rookie wide receivers. If those 2 former Bulldog buddies square off, the winner of that matchup could help determine the winner of this game. You're not going to get McConkey every time if you're Kamari Lasser, but you need to have enough success against McConkey if they have him down there defending McConkey in the slot. If they don't have Kamari Lasser there, he's got to be on his P's and Q's outside as well. The Texans will try to take away Ladd McConkey. That means Quentin Johnston on the outside could be a guy that ends up on Kamari Lasser. Some of the bigger wide receivers have given Lasseter trouble over the course of the season, but he has been solid more often than not. Plus, you have to think about this. Justin Herbert can use those legs, escape the pocket, get out of the pocket, make something happen. If you got to come up and tackle, not every corner is ready to tackle Justin Herbert. He's a big guy. Okay, not every corner is ready. Kamari Lasser is ready for that challenge. Lasser has to be excellent however the Texans use him. We know about All-Pro Derek Stingley on one side, but Lasseter has been fantastic for a rookie, and it's big-time football. You haven't played this much football ever in your life if you're Kamari Lasseter, but he seems as ready as anybody this week when we talk to him. You can catch that video on the YouTube channel as well. And on the opportunities that he gets against his former buddy, Ladd McConkey, that's going to be some fun football watching as far as a matchup goes in this game. Let's keep it on defense, flip it over to the Chargers. I bet you didn't know that the 5th best defensive tackle in all of football plays for the Los Angeles Chargers. I bet you didn't know that. Pro Football Focus ranks this guy the 5th best defensive tackle in all of football. Puna Ford, the former Texas product, former Seattle Seahawk. Man, he's been awesome for the Chargers this year. He stuffs the run. He pushes the pocket and pressures quarterbacks. So when you think about the Houston Texans interior offensive line, the issues that they've had over the course of a season, it feels like this is a tough draw for Titus Howard, Jarrett Patterson, and Juice Scruggs with Puna Ford across from them on that Chargers defensive line. He is not the biggest, and by biggest I mean tallest guy in the world, but he's like a bowling ball wrapped in butcher knives. He comes flying off the football. He will disrupt the run game. He will disrupt the pass game. He will take over an interior defensive offensive line matchup if you allow him. And if he does that, the Texans are going to have a hard time moving the football on the ground. They're going to have a hard time protecting CJ Stroud as well, because if those interior linemen push back because Puna Ford's taking care of business, that opens things up for those edge guys to sneak in there and get after CJ Stroud. You got to slow down Puna Ford if you're the Houston Texans. And by virtue, if you're the Chargers and Ford's having a big day, you're probably moving on here in the playoffs. You can probably find something incredible to wager on with my friends at BetUS. So many fun things in the prop builder. You've got the line, total points, team points. I like to keep this one real nice and simple. I believe that Nico Collins and Ladd McConkey are scoring a touchdown in this one. Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey together to score a touchdown. Get you plus 425, about $10 to get you over 50 on that one. The top wide receiver for each of these teams, it's two tough defenses. So who do you trust when you're going against a tough defense? How about your top pass catcher? It's that easy, my friends at BetUS. And, of course, you get the 150% bonus up to $2,000 when you use the code YouTube150. That's right. YouTube150 is the code to get that 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. YouTube150 when you visit my friends at BetUS. Another Chargers player that's got to be big time. We talked about Ladd McConkey. He's really, really good. Been fantastic. He actually doesn't lead the Chargers in touchdown receptions, though. This guy does. Quentin Johnston, man, he was disappointing his rookie year. Couldn't hold on to the ball, had drop problems, and the drop problems are still there. He's 18th in drops in the NFL. That's not good, but he's had some big moments, especially this one to finish the regular season against the Raiders, where he just went nuts. Look, if the Texans are focusing on taking away McConkey, if they're putting some extra attention on him, Johnston's got to step up. No Josh Palmer in this one for the Los Angeles Chargers, so Johnston has to be the B to McConkey's A in this passing attack for the Chargers. And if he is, the Texans are going to have a tough time winning this football game. Johnston's had some really big moments, but he's not been excellent against good defenses over the course of this season. Most of his success has been irregular or against bad defenses. The Texans don't have a bad defense, but it goes to show you, if Johnston's having a big day against a good defense like the Texans, it could be a long day for the Texans at NRG Stadium if Johnston gets going. So you got to slow him down if you're the Texans. And if you're the Chargers, Ladd McConkey can't do everything for you through the air. You've got to find a way to get Quentin Johnston involved, and you got to trust those big mitts of his that he's going to be able to haul it in this time when you get it to him in key and critical situations. Not always been the case for the big fella out of TCU. Finishing up here on Who Better Ball. Non-stars got to have big games to make sure their team wins. I'm going to the offensive line for the Houston Texans. I could pick any of the five guys, but how about the rookie offensive tackle at right tackle for the Houston Texans, Blake Fisher? Fisher's got to be fantastic for the Texans in this one. The Chargers have four really impressive pass rushers that come from the edge. They've also got Derwin James that they send on a blitz from time to time. There are a lot of different matchups for a guy who has started just a handful of games in his NFL career. It looked pretty good against Tennessee. DeMeco Ryans praised Fisher's nastiness for finally showing up, and Fisher's confidence, it's through the roof, as high as it's been all season long. He's got his feet underneath him. Well, he's going to have his feet moving to stop the likes of Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Bud Dupree. I mentioned Derwin James coming off of the edge sometimes, and the pass rusher who leads the Chargers in sacks, let's see if I can nail the name here, Tuli Tupulotu. He is fantastic. Second-year guy out of USC. Loved him in last year's draft. Texans didn't end up with him, but he ended up in the AFC, and unfortunately, he's going to be at NRG Stadium trying to get past Blake Fisher. But if Fisher holds up, if he and Laramie Tunsil can be solid at those tackle spots, the Texans got a shot to get some things going through the air, move the ball, get the offense rolling, put a few points on the board, trust the defense to do their job, try to beat the Chargers. But if Fisher looks every bit the rookie that he has at different times at that tackle spot, it could be a really long day for CJ Stroud, a tough day for the Texans. But Fisher is the guy at right tackle and takes care of his business. The Texans will be in great shape in this one. Who better ball for you in this matchup? Let me know in the comment section down below. On your way down there, throw me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And, of course, don't forget to visit my friends at BetUS with that code YouTube150. Get your 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. It's game day. The wild card is here. If you're going, get there safe. Be loud when you're at the stadium. If you're not going, you're just watching on television, kick back, enjoy, stay warm. If you are in a spot here in the country where it is cold, if you're in Houston, it's cold. Okay. It's probably not real people cold. It's Texas cold, but it's cold enough that, I bundled up. All right. But enjoy the game. We'll talk about it. Win, lose, or draw. You can't draw in the playoffs, Cody. Win or lose, we'll talk about it right here on YouTube after the games. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait till we talk Texans again soon.